What's up? What's up? All right, so couple of good things I want to talk about. First and foremost, God is good, man. My move to LA is official. It was official this morning. I've been planning everything, putting everything in order, so stay tuned for that. LA is next. As for the topic of this video, I want to discuss work ethic, man. Work ethic. I think that's what separates, people like, I don't want to put myself in that category, but yeah, people like me from the average Joe. People like Tai Lopez, people like Grant Cardone, people like Oprah Winfrey, Will Smith, everybody you follow, Steve Jobs, like everybody that was influential and still is influential. What separates them is the work ethic. And what I want to say by that is, I believe, I'm a firm believer, you have to fail. You have to fail in order to achieve success. Because first and foremost, we all know it's how many times we rise that makes us who we are in the eyes of others. When you fail, you have to bump your head. You have to take risks in life. You have to have experience. Experience, they say, is the best teacher, right? So, in regards to that, Oprah Winfrey once, during her career, got told that black women would not be able to be on TV. And now we all know who Oprah is, right? Yeah, everybody knows who she is. She's not white. Will Smith did not start, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air expecting to get the massive growth he did. And it turns out that everybody loved him and was able to go into season 2. And he also states, if it was between me and you going on a treadmill, who's going to give up first, right? That's how he looks at success and career-wise when it comes to work ethic. Michael Jordan got told, he did not make the varsity basketball team. He didn't quit. Turned out to be the best basketball player in the world. LeBron James is not where he is at right now because of a lack of training. LeBron James is the first one at the gym and the last one out the gym. It's called work ethic. I myself am a workaholic. I've learned to balance out the negative situations in life and how to be able to get over stress by getting lost in the work, right? My brother once told me this when I was going through a stressful situation in Miami. Gerald, I love you. He taught me that. He's like, Rudy, just lose yourself in the work. I remember when I think back to relationships, right? When they say you're a jealous person or, you're always worried about what that other person is doing too much. That's only because you don't have enough of your time consumed by what's really important. When things start to get important in life and you start to put them on a scale and you understand what the next level of success is, things like that start to become petty. Like, there's no more time for that. There's no more time to worry about where you are, who you're with. There's no time for that. And only then can you flourish, when you start to understand these things. You can also fight addictions off this way. Grant Cardone did not make his first million until he was 36. But at the age of 25, he had a cocaine problem, which was almost a $500 a day habit, which was crazy. The story is awesome. But I put myself in that situation too, where I used to think back, and I used to have those, problems where I used to neglect certain things and put them off so I can go have fun and party and, go into this whole zone of substance and be with the wrong people, but I understood that and I was able to fight that off because now I understand that that's not where I wanted to be. That's not where I was destined to be, and I put myself in the situation of when I came home. I did 5 years in prison, which a lot of people don't know. And if they do know, great. If they don't, it doesn't matter. I have no shame in saying that right now because, I am the person I am today. I don't regret anything that ever happened in my life. I don't regret it. But what I do know is that when I came home, I bumped my head so many times. I got the doors shut on me so many times. I got told no, I can't so many times. I found myself washing cars, having to literally scrape up the quarters that I would find as I would vacuum because what the $5 an hour they were giving me just wasn't enough. It was never going to be enough. It would never be enough, right? But those were things that I did. Other than that, I've always had a business mindset. So the business mindset is what always kept me hungry. And that no matter how many times I failed, I knew I was going to be able to get back up. All I had to do was figure out the remedy. Because here's the knowledge about, getting successful. It's a remedy, man. Tai Lopez, I was listening to him this morning, and he mentions the same thing I always mention is if I go broke again to zero right now, what would I do? Well, very basic. I figured out the remedy. I know how to do this. So you could take away literally everything I have and what I've saved and what I've put together and what I'm establishing right now, and I can start from zero, and I can now tell you how I can do it step by step. Because I understand it's one thing and one thing only. It's work ethic. You got to be willing to put in the work. When it comes to my personal coaching right now, I got some people right now that I tell them straight up, listen, before we even go into the whole coaching package, are you a person of massive action? Are you a person who understands that if I teach you something and you don't learn all the marbles right now, are you the person who's going to just go out and make the effort to learn extra and get more knowledge on it? If not, do me a favor. Take the money you're willing to pay me for personal coaching and take your mother out to dinner. She'll deserve it better. Because if you're not a person about massive action, I'm not really trying to work with you anymore because I like results. I don't like hearing people not having results. Because there's really no reason why you shouldn't have results. This is not magic, a magician made up. This is real things, and there are successful people getting loaded off of this. So I looked at that when I first started this journey, and I told myself, if they're doing it, why can't I? Why can't I? I got the work ethic. Somebody showed me a little bit. I learned more by myself. The hunger is what always drove me to the next level. My kids is what drives me to the next level. If you have kids, I always say this, man, look at your kids and please look at them. And if you love them the way any parent would love their child, dude, doesn't it hurt to say no? Doesn't it hurt to know that you keep yourself on a budget? Doesn't it know that the biggest scam in the world, the only big scam that's happening in the world is the one that has you fooled thinking you got to do 9 to 5. That's the real scam going on. That 9 to 5 zone is a scam. Okay? You can literally be whatever you want to be, how you want to be. And it doesn't happen overnight. Okay? I'm 33 years old. My success story, my first million, probably won't happen till about 35, 34, maybe faster. Depending on how quick I move and, how much work ethic I put into it and how much time I'm willing to wake up at 6 in the morning while you stay sleeping. That's what determines my outcome. The optimization of my day, the way I'm using my hours. Anybody can do this, man, but not everybody's built for it. Because this is a decision you have to make. This is a decision that comes with that. I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to put in the hours to learn. I'm willing to skip the music and listen to the knowledge. Music inspires us. Yes, it helps. It does what this does. But like I told somebody this morning, and I'm going to share that conversation. And my brother, I hope you don't mind I'm sharing this, but I had somebody reach out this morning to me who's ready to lock on to my coaching package, who did 6 years in federal prison. He's been watching me. He's been listening. He finally reached out. We finally made contact, and we're ready to get started and go to the next level, right? But, the crazy part about his story is that within the 6 years he was incarcerated, he was learning inside while he was incarcerated because he understood that when he came home, it wasn't going to be easy. And he got taught how to be a broker, okay? How to manage his own brokerage firm. So now we're working together because we're going to build that knowledge that he has and show other people how to do this. Okay? And that's just how this goes, man. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate you reaching out, man. And thank you. But I get touched and humbled when people like that reach out to me, because I remember when I was in that situation, and I remember all of it. It's crazy. It's not easy to be in those shoes. It's not easy to go to work, and when your check comes at the end of the week, you look at it and you say, fuck, that's it? That's all I got for everything I just did? Fuck, man, that's not even enough to cover this or cover that. Fuck, how do I tell my girl that's all I made? Fuck, how do I take my girl out to dinner this weekend? You know? How do I look at my kids and say that's enough? It's not enough. It's never enough. And you'll understand this. I was talking to a gentleman last night, you know, who told me he makes $30,000 a month. That's great. That's cool. Then when I told him how much I'm making, he's like, no. I said, well, you know, literally when you start making money, you know, that looks small because, you know, there's no such thing as being satisfied. That's the only way to get to the next level. Once you start making it, you have it, it becomes simple. You know, 10X rule, Grant Cardone. It's the same energy for me to ask you for $10 that it is to ask you for 100. And after I get the 100, I can ask you for 1,000. And after I get the 1,000, I can ask for 10,000. And after I make 10,000, I can make 100 grand. It's the 10X rule times 10. Whatever effort you're putting in right now, multiply it by 10. Go to the next level. Okay, you are allowed to go to the next level. The only person and the only thing that holds you back from going to the next level is you. That's it. That's all it is. Knowledge is power. It is the new money. Get educated. Get educated. Teach yourself. You know, put aside the YouTube videos and the nonsense and, you know, the bullshit you guys watch on a day-to-day. Optimize your time. Instead of watching this, I want to watch this. Right? I want to, instead of doing this, I want to learn this. Okay? That's basically how this works. That's life in general, you know? So, you know, other than that, man, I'm happy. Everybody's been paying attention. I manage 4 Facebooks. I don't know if you guys know, you're allowed to manage as many Facebooks as you want. So I literally, my consistency with content is on 4 pages. And, you know, the reason why I do that is because the limit of 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, right? So it's limited, but you know, you're allowed to do that, man. You can generate, you know, traffic in a bunch of different ways. And I appreciate you guys watching, logging in. Success with Rudy. Let's keep up the comments, man. I love it. The relationships I'm building, the people I've met. You know, big shout out to my brother Justin Beasley, who made $1 million in not even a month, I'm not sure, in sales on Shopify. I'm not sure what you were selling, brother. I'm not even going to get there, but congratulations. You know, this is real, man. This is all learning in progress. Last night I made $3,000 off a $45 budget. I put a $45 budget on Facebook and managed to accumulate $3,000 in sales. That's crazy. That's the power of this. This is how it works, man. So reach out to me, you know, like, comment, and share this video, and we'll keep building. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. I'm going to the Orlando Magic game tonight. I got seats that are dope. I'm excited about that. LA, here I come. Barber Social is the next big thing, man. Next big wave for me. Have a good one.